Yeah, 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 yeah. Here we are, here we are. What's going on, party people? It is your boy, Gabriel. We in the building this time on a special occasion of Voice of the Valley Live. Every once in a while, I like to do these lives, man. Shout out to anybody that's ever done a live Voice of the Valley, man. These are fun. It's on the spot. It's a little bit more spontaneous than the sit down, interviews that I do that are edited and everything like that, so I definitely have fun. Today we got a cool dude coming up here that I don't think a lot of people really know. He's in hip hop big time. He's in hip hop big time, and y'all just don't know yet. Y'all just don't know. You're not paying attention. So we gonna get him in here. Yup. Guys, give me 1 second. We gonna get Cass in here in just a moment. Right on time, man. See, I love brothers like this, man. I love brothers like this. I gotta tell you. I see my boy NHO Bravo's in the building. Bravo was with me last night holding me down on what we talking about. What up, Brav? Let me get Cass in here. Yo, Daniel, what's goody, baby?
Respect,
Cass,
man.
what's
What up, man?
brother?
What's up, man? How are you doing, man? How's everything?
Going well, man. Going well. I'm happy to touch base with you again. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man.
The first time we touched base, we had a dope conversation, and I learned some things about you. And
Yeah.
the footage on that interview, man, wow! I was using some new technology, and it failed me, brother. So that's why we didn't get to bless the world with that conversation. So I thought it was only right, to come back and just revisit this. I don't want to let the relationship get stale.
Oh no, that's all love, man. Yeah, no, it's all love, man. The whole entire game is it's all about a relationship game.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and now with technology, there hasn't been ways to build relationships worldwide,
Mm-hmm.
global. It
Right.
hasn't been easier. I've done collaborations with a dance company in Singapore, no, in South Korea, that was brokered by a label in Singapore.
Yeah.
Like, I've done collab that did 125,000 streams, so they made video for me that I did. That's one thing. But it's like I'm always collaborating with different people from all around the world, Canadian people. It doesn't matter. Like, and the beauty of hip hop is that it creates culture and community. That's the real essence of the whole entire thing. Like, you could take my biggest record is a South African jazz sample that was used. I showed it to Static Selecta and Joey Badass, and they wrote a record called Legendary with J. Cole. Mm-hmm. And has 35 million streams, but regardless, it's like, it's the whole entire thing about the global sound that creates the modern society, but people really, of today's culture. And it's so like, I got in early in the game. I was playing keyboards for like some people's favorites artists like Joey Badass and J. Cole and Action Bronson. Yeah. Early on, but it's all about like the beauty of hip hop to me was my love for musicology and all of the records that came beforehand was this gave me a chance to really love that more.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yo, Cass, what's gonna be crazy, man, is that like you've touched so many different songs and beats and artists and done so many different collaboration and got production credits on stuff. And it's crazy how you're relatively unknown. Like, how does somebody like you who's got so many credentials and done so much stuff stay on the low so much? I almost think it's like on purpose on your part.
Well, the point is like, and now recently I've been establishing myself with more live gigs and getting more gigs for my own brand. So, my brand is starting to blow myself. Every Tuesday I host a weekly session with Organic Jam Session. So I play keyboards. We have different people come through. I have artists, so it's like, I think it's like maybe my own like presence as an artist, like an independent person myself is finally getting more attention. But it's also, the point is like, I don't want to sour anything, but it's like, you kind of have to pay your dues and pay, you have to know where you're standing, in a sense. And it's like, you have to get in where you're able to get in. And it's like, I love the records, classics that I have with Action and Joey and Static, but it's like I'm a producer as well. So it's You know, it's like I live, you know, I mean, and it's like, it's not, I mean, maybe it is maybe on me or maybe it's on them, but it's like, you know, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
just the more attention that we're able to build for what we're doing, it's like, you know, that's really comes down to. It's like, I mean,
a-
you know, I mean, and it's like,
absolutely.
you know, more hopefully more placements that I'm getting is better for my brand. But I just like to stay busy, just trying to make music and find opportunities to make music. So I'm not really focused on you know,
Got
branding,
you.
but I am getting more gigs out of this as well. So it's like,
What's a dude like you? If y'all don't know, we talking to Cass. He is a producer. He is wicked on a keyboard. He can drum up whatever tune you thinking about on a keyboard.
yeah,
Kind of has that Kanye genius little stem in his brain, I
appreciate it.
think, a little bit. You know what I mean? So if you don't know, Cass is a producer. Now, Cass, what a dude like you who could play keyboard the way you can and create the way you can. What's your DM look like? Is your DM crazy, or they leave you alone because they don't know?
Depends. You know, I respond very. I work really fast and I respond really fast. So I have a label of like 20 different collaborators, and I'm always collaborating with more people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, it's like I'm always down to collaborate. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. Like for the opportunity, you know. So it's like, I mean, I'm building relationships. It's like, I mean, getting hit up. I mean, all the time. No, but I mean, it's like, I mean, I also work. You know, I mean, the more attention that I'm bringing to my what I'm doing, like
Yeah.
more opportunities that I'm bringing, more partnerships that I'm building
Yeah.
is better for what I'm doing. So
Dope. Now,
I mean,
now,
I'm down to work with whoever. Like if somebody wants to hit me up for keys or live band, whatever, or if you want to come through the jam session, look,
right.
it's all good. Like come through. Like I mean, I'm like it's great
Gotcha.
that now the gigs are coming back and now like people getting into the COVID situation and music really creates the culture of what people want in society. Like people want to see live music. People want to experience the culture. People want to see the talent that New York has. Like
Right. Right.
that's what people missed during the lockdown. So when
Mhm.
it's coming back, now it's coming back full force. Like before that, nobody really cared.
Right.
Like, and then I got more production, I got more behind the scenes, and it was like, then now with COVID, everybody was home, and I was like, okay, finally, maybe I get a chance. So it's like,
Got you.
so it's a
What?
combination. That's like, and I'm, you know, some of the artists, you know, I'm still building my brand, and it's like, you know, still building my
This.
opportunities, and it's, you know, it's a grind, but I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, you have to stay. I mean, you have to stay driven. For me, I got into this music game at such an early age. You know, I was
Hmm.
my great grandfather, apparently great grand uncle, played with Tchaikovsky. He has a
Right.
sample himself. Like they played Jewish like wedding music before the Russians unfortunately destroyed them, tried to destroy them, but they left anyways.
Right.
So I came. So my grandfather and my father, like, were all musicians, or my father's a failed musician. So it got me into this music very, very early. So it's
Right.
like now it's coming full circle with my rising success, and it's like but it's not about that. It's my grind. It's my
Yeah.
persistence. My myself
I
getting
think
out there.
you love it. I
Of
think you
course. I,
love
I mean,
it.
it's
It
beyond.
speaks
Yeah.
to
I
your
mean, it's
soul,
beyond
bro.
love.
I
It's
could
just.
tell. If I can't do anything else, my brother, I could tell energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And this music, like, it really like satisfies your soul, bro, to
Oh,
be creative
100%.
like that. I could see that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
salute to you, man. Salute to you. Now, let me ask you before you go on. Um, since the last time we talked, the one thing that's changed is this jam session thing. Can you just elaborate in that a little bit and just like if people want to get in on that, how can they, you know what I'm saying? Get with that.
yeah, man. Yeah. So since the last time we spoke, it was there's still the shutdown, and
Yeah.
then during like the summer, I got called from that. I put out a couple of videos of me playing keyboards for different remixes, and one got like 40,000 streams. So I was able to market that, and then I got calls from the jam session to play keyboards for their different artists that came around. So I started playing with them. Once Tuesday, then we just started building relationships with the different venues.
Mhm.
Now I'm starting to get the venues more traffic every Tuesday at the Delancey. It's a real rock
Wow,
club. So
man.
it's a real rock club down the Delancey. So it's a really great opportunity. You know,
Wow.
I mean, also I'm showing. You know, it's like I mean, I'm a keyboardist first
Hmm.
before a producer.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, I started playing piano when I was 5 years old. Like, I
Right.
mean, it's like, I mean, I progressed through that as a classical, jazz, Broadway, hip hop. My guy Diggity Dash is on. Yeah, he's a great producer, man.
Diggity
I'm
Dash,
definitely.
shout out, brother. Thanks for watching. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, cuz. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. He's a great producer, but it's also about like finding like So I always think about like this game as supply and the demand. I also studied economics, and it's like I also studied business and like how can you supply the demand of what you're providing? Who are your buyers? You know, and now there's more resources on the internet thanks to different like licensing opportunities and also realistically the valuation, the increased valuation of streaming companies besides the music, including music streaming valuation. But I mean, the movie machines, like, I mean, like they're putting out like hundreds and hundreds of projects right now. So there's opportunities for like musicians and producers to like really think about how to provide content for other buyers or outside of rappers. Like, you know, you're not really trying to like, I mean, who's really gonna buy a beat? Like, I mean, maybe if you do a deal with somebody, like, and I have major placements, and even then, like, I did a record with 2 Chainz, and it's like it was still a trade-off essentially. I mean, I still got publishing and I still got my credit, but it wasn't like they're not buying beat. Like,
right. So you didn't get points on it, but you got credit on it.
No, I got points on it. I'm getting royalties. I'm getting royalties out of it. But I mean, you know, I mean, it's that's just, I'm just saying the way that the game is now. It's like it's all about developing relationships. That's,
right.
Comes down to that, rather than like selling beat to a guy for $200 or like whatever. I mean, $300 for the buyout, like, or whatever the standard really rate is. But it's really, that's what you want to do. So you also want to see like who's like, and by doing that, you want to see how can you get your songs more valuation from doing different partnerships and different advertising partnerships, different opportunities. Because those brands have money for advertising, and music sells itself, right?
Right.
Music is the best way of marketing, and it's the cheapest way, like, for marketing. Like, you see success of people not putting any money into it and getting returns off of it. So it's like, you know, you just have to supply the demand.
It's kind of like the lottery, though, in that way.
Yeah, but if you know how to provide the demand, it's not like you're, I mean, it's always going to be a lottery, but it's like you have to see what the demand is. Can you challenge yourself to make every single genre of music? I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. It's like, I mean, I have all the music that I like.
Cass, talk about it. Say it again with your chest. It doesn't always have to be hip-hop when you talk about production.
But hip hop is everything, man. Like hip hop is beyond like there's just, I mean, it's the culture. It's not just the music. It's not just the art. It's not just the graph. It's not just the b-boying. It's not just the rapping. It's not the poetry. It's just the culture, the movies, the everything. It's about the whole entire thing together. That's the beauty of it. It's and bringing back the past through the samples, bridging the gap between jazz guys and classical music and the street, and finding that. Finding the what people relate to, because that's when you take all the cultural elements. That's what people are going to. It's not. It's people think about things. I mean, I get it. I think people think in boxes too much, but you have to think outside the box, and you have to think without the box. The box is only slowing you down, and you have to find your own unique way of telling stories that could be relatable for people to help them. And find the demand.
It's funny you say that, Cass, because sometimes I say, they say think out the box, and I'm like, crush the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, forget that box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's all about vibing. It's like, I mean, I love vibing. I love making music. I don't feel like myself if I'm not making music every day.
Now, let me ask you. Now, I know you're in the city and you've been concentrated down there. I'm up here in upstate in Beacon, New York. And for everybody watching that's tuning in, please hit that follow button. I follow right back when we get off this live. Growing the network out here. But do you know some of the producers up here? Like, do you know who, like, Drawzilla is?
Drawzilla, yep.
You know Drawzilla?
Yeah, I met Drawzilla at Jay Hatch's event.
Yeah.
Well, Kelsey's from Long Island. You know Kelsey Curtin.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, a couple of people. There's a couple. There's. I mean, if you go up, Buffalo and
that's too far over. Yeah.
I mean, that's when you get Conway. I mean, Buffalo. Actually, I had a professor when I went to conservatory. I went to conservatory music, to as well, and I studied musicology. So it's like it's all leading to hip hop. Like my whole entire transition, studied all the musics in college and whatnot, from Latin, jazz, band, hip hop, whatever, like songwriters, film scoring, and then combine them all into sound. But yeah, no. In upstate New York, there's actually a really great jazz scene because so it's Buffalo.
I would love for you to come up here, bro, and come with me to one of Drawzilla's like producer synergies up there.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I think that would be. I think you would fucking love that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You'd be in your element there, bro. And I would love to be the one to kind of bring you out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, definitely. When the date makes sense, 100%, I'll love to come out for sure.
Dope. Now, before it gets away from us, because I don't have too much time today, but I wanted to touch base with you. I thought it was real important to have this conversation and let it live on Instagram. Talk a little bit about this project you got that's got like 20-something artists right now. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I mean, the beauty of what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a community and trying to like inspire people to supply the demand. I will be the demand to
Mm-hmm.
supply people inspiration to write songs, and I'm just trying to create like as like because DJs and producers like one of my biggest the guy that I kind of discovered to be Static Selecta puts out an album with 20 different rappers. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, I'm more doing like pop stuff, so it's
Yeah.
like you know, so I'm still trying to break my own artist in, but it's
Right.
like the way that I'm doing it is trying to you know give a shout out to each of the incredible talented artists that I have, and trying to give them a platform with the organic jam session as well, and trying to give them more opportunity for my success. So it's like it is a process. Some of the artists are more you know, are more they want to be more part of the marketing out of it. Some of them you know some of them want to take more of a sidestep and trying to like you know have a different vision for their song. I mean, it's depending on which you know, and some I have opportunities where I'm already getting songs to radio right now. So it's like I mean, it's all about the building the brand for myself. And then some I have a deal where they've already made a music video to one of them. So it's like you know
Oh,
some of them are you know, some of them like one of them is like major music video that's selling their movie. Like I got a placement, so it's like
got you.
it's all part of it. But that's like one song with
Right.
those people. Like so, it's all part of what I can do. Basically, you know, showcasing my many styles from you know salsa, hip hop, you know, all styles, R&B, you know,
Mm-hmm.
country, and really trying to like showcase that you know if and just try and show people that it's the quality is really it's the styles of music. It's not just doing one thing and
Got
expecting. And I want to you know people. I feel like people need to just the sound of music. They people want to. I want to hear more innovative styles of combining different styles together rather
you.
than and the
Mm-hmm.
music. You know, I mean, I feel like that's what really was what really like I love about early hip hop and like
Well, that's what it was early in hip
classic.
hop. That's what it was, bro. Because you got to think, like hip hop got created from messing with the old school records, right? And it was a lot of funk and
Creativity.
and reggae and stuff. But if they found, an Egyptian record,
Yeah.
they were gonna hunt on that record until they
Oh,
found the sound that they was gonna work with. You know what I'm saying? So like
100%. Yeah,
it
for
started
sure.
that way, getting all these sounds from around the world and making it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, I got you, man, for
You
sure. I
know?
mean, I just feel like people need to go back to like I feel like with today's technology, it makes it so much easier to go to step C rather than doing the research about learning the songs,
Right.
learning the records,
Right.
learning how to actually play the scales on the keyboards, like learning all the scales of the keyboards, like I
Right.
mean, learning
Yeah.
all the songs, learning how to really how to really play, like learning like getting inspired by jazz music,
Yeah.
classical. Like I feel
Bro.
like people want to go to step C rather than go to step B and step A, and it's like I mean, when the step B, they step A, and learning the songs and really trying to find your own sound and learning how to really get right the mixes of everything correctly and is way that you really have mastery of your craft before you're able to sell that product for a commercial. I've done stuff for McDonald's. I've done stuff for
But
Nike. I
listen.
mean,
But
it's
listen.
like, and those are the checks that actually, those, I mean, the streams lead up to the bigger checks from the commercials and paying you to tell their song, to paying you, they're paying you to sell their product.
Mm-hmm. You got to think though, bro. We're in a day and age where people have put out music, like straight up songs, and they made the beat with the preset sounds in the machine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
they're going to step C rather than doing the research
right,
that what I mean
right.
static.
But that's a perfect illustration. That before I do anything else, I got to shout out my man Senior G is in the building right now. Senior G's a lot closer to you than I am. He's down there in the city as well. He's a
Okay,
dope.
but yeah.
I want Senior G and Cass to have a conversation, please.
Definitely,
Because,
yeah. If we didn't have to run, I would add him right now.
you know what I'm saying? Yo, because Senior G, bro, he's got a movement. He got new age hip hop. And his whole thing is, uplifting, it takes a
Yeah.
village type of mantra. You know what I mean? But yo, he doesn't curse.
That's great. I mean, and I think I work for the church, and it's like and it's like, I think eliminating some words out of that are disrespectful of your of your creed of your
Bro,
ethnicity
I'm
better.
telling you, if
Literally, like
Finally TV is not here for anything else,
I'm a
it's here to
positive
connect
person,
people
man.
with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
I'm
what I'm here for.
I'm a positive person. I'm grateful for where I am, like in
Yeah.
life, like, and I'm trying to always try and find ways of staying inspired and inspiring others, and like
Yeah.
and giving good energy off, because that's how you get good energy back for you. So negativity, like I think and honestly, like with all the talented artists that I go to regarding like these different like showcases in the city, shouts to more bookings of them, organic jam session, there's so many artists, but I feel like people need to collaborate more. Like you play guitar, sing, and then you play backup guitar and you do something, you sing backup for somebody else. Like you rap, you rap, somebody, you help produce somebody else as a rapper, you do like
or do the ad libs for them or something,
because that's really, because the more collaborations you get, is that's actually your brand actually starts to rise. So it's like, I mean, what I'm doing is just trying to inspire those to like really as well, and to like, you know, I mean, and hopefully inspire and keep on working with different artists. Like I'm always down to work with everybody. Like it doesn't matter, from keys to production to whatever. Like I mean, I work really fast, and it's like, and I get stuff to radio, whatever. It doesn't matter scoring, but it's like, I mean, it's like, because I love doing it, and it's my passion that really drives my craft and my gifts and my mastery of how to inspire. And at this rate, it's like, if I can, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, and I can show you a bunch of resources that I use to inspire me for more opportunities that actually do yield. Some of them actually do yield, and it's just, again, it's a gamble. But I mean, if you're not risking anything on yourself, and also it is a journey. You know, you have to, not everything is going to work out. I mean, there are those companies that are buying talent, like the NBC songwriting contest. I think it's great and also that's another thing. I've been recently helping host and you know, I've worked with Producer Plug. What he's doing regarding like building a community regarding producers and giving opportunities for producers to show their beats to legends like Mike Dean, Bob James, Lex Luger. We're having one with Crucial Keys next week on Thursday. Like he's DJing full time. He's working with, he has a brand, like he's a G, Producer Plug. And we're hosting different beat battles. And I think the beat battles are a really good way of just getting yourself out there. Whether you lose or win, it's the point is just getting yourself a legit opportunity. Like you're building a network within a network. So it's like you can see other people who you're building with, you collab with them. Collab with them, you know, you build a catalog. Oh, maybe this guy is looking for a record. Oh, maybe this guy wants something. Oh, maybe this guy from there. And that's really, I feel like that's the beauty of it. So
no, man,
because the beauty of streaming is not like you're competing for record sales. Everybody can win.
Right.
Because it's like everybody can turn on iTunes and Spotify or whatever, join YouTube, and stream it, you know, a million times. Not you're streaming one song.
Right.
So it's like, if you want to really, so the whole entire thing is music does create peace and harmony by nature. And technology is allowing for more things. And my whole entire thing is now the technology stocks need to realize that they have the power to actually inspire. But I mean, are they going to listen to independent guy right now? Maybe not. I mean, it's this, which is really. But I'm not talking about the negative. No. I know it's going to happen. Right. Because I've already received some returns.
Right.
But I haven't received the whole entire thing in full. But I know it's coming. So it's like, I mean, but it's something. But again, it's like, that's for my success. 35 million is really one of not that many people.
Bro,
so it's like, it's really fighting for everybody that who doesn't have the success that has, and doesn't feel like they have, you know, maybe doesn't feel like they could fight for it.
When the cause is pure, I feel at the end it'll win. You know.
Well, I mean, it is, you know, it's just a matter of time that you know, companies realize that the more honest that they are, actually is better for their bottom line. So I mean. Realistically, it actually makes the world a better place, even from their standpoint, where greed is actually bad, unfortunately.
Right.
You know, it's really about how you really, you know, I mean, back in the 80s, you're still like the conservative mindset, and they were saying greed is good. It was always bad. Destroyed between Reaganomics. Like, I could go on and on.
No, the old adage, bro. The old adage of, you know, too much of anything is a bad thing. It's just like that. What up, Naisha? What up? Whoa. Y'all went flying. You still with me? All right.
Yeah, man. We good.
Yeah, but you know, too much of anything is a bad thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, greed is right up there with that. It's almost like the you know, it's the holy grail of that statement. And greed, it can be crazy, man. You know what I mean? And it definitely has ruined, you know, the fabric of cultures and people
but
across
the
the
beauty
world.
of hip hop is that it almost like the feature, like the big records, like One Train that featured like ASAP, and ASAP got everybody who was dope, like Joey Action, everybody. That's what everybody wanted to hear. Because it united the city, together. Everybody was nice from New York of that whole entire thing. That's the beauty of hip hop, is that it's all about collaboration.
Right.
So it's like, it's whether finding the sample that nobody heard about and then reflipping it, giving those people like, Brett, it's like, and TrackLib and the technology that's making it easier to clear samples. Like, there's so much potential. There has to be ways that we have to work together. And I think with this whole entire thing regarding the academy, and I think regarding all this, the COVID, people are realizing that the power in numbers is really the relationships that we have with each other. It's not about who's better than who. Like, I care less. You have to see if your music is really up to par and really competitive to be on, to get different peoples. But it's not about,
Cass, man. Yo, we got right now in the comments, we have two
Passport Rap,
super talented people are talking to me in the thing. So we got Naeza Chanel. She's a young lady from up here. I don't know if you've heard the name. If you look at my Instagram, then you've definitely seen her name and stuff like that. Young lady is phenomenal when it comes to that voice and that personality, right? And then you got DJ Tech One. Tech One is an independent artist who said, you know what? Not only am I going to do my thing here in the States, but I'm going to make my own thing happen overseas. And my man is like known overseas, even more than here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And it's about how you're making it work for you. Like my man, Passport Rap is here. Like he's a killer. He's a killer. Great rapper and great MC and good guy. So it's like,
let's talk. Yep.
Yeah, man. And it's all about how you make it work for you. Like, it's like I did collaborations overseas in South Korea. It's dope. Like they gave me some fans over in South Korea. I've never been to South Korea. Like, and it's great that the music has that power to be more, universal rather than, then you have to think about it. If you're supply and demand, there's so many opportunities to see if you could get your songs to other opportunities, get more opportunities for them, rather than trying to submit them to people who have a greedy mindset, who like they just want to have ownership of all the streams and the income and all the, regarding. And it's like, it's like that was the mindset before, but nowadays with technology that's going on regarding this ease of distribution and the opportunities, you have to get yourself out there by doing the jam sessions, by doing the beat battles, by doing the remix contests, by doing the songwriting contests, by doing every single thing, that you can do to really establish your brand. And that's how you really find ways of finding money from really mastering your craft, whether it is through sync licensing, or whether it is film scoring, or whether it is gigs, or whether it is merchandise, or whether it is finding partners, or
Cass, man,
developing relationships. It's not rocket science. It's not like but it is a grind. And now
it's hard to execute. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. It's hard for people to stay the course, because embedded in that grind is fruitless hours and turn downs and turnaways and no's and a small win and then 3 steps back. But you got to persevere through that. And I promise people, if they persevere through that, you'll make it.
The point is, you're totally right. What I believe is quality. You have to have quality records, quantity of quality content, consistency, which builds by banking a lot of it. You get better at it. So the more consistent you are, and then you have to stay persistent. You have to stay persistent. This is not something where you can turn off and expect the people can come to you. Who cares? Like, let's just be honest. Does anybody really care about your song except for you? Realistically, you care about your song more than everybody else.
Everybody else, 100%.
But it's like I care about my songs that I didn't even write more than sometimes even the songwriter. They're like, it's crazy guy. Like, why does he know my song better than I do? It's like, and I don't even sing very well, or rap very well. But it's like, regardless, it's my songs, and it's like, for the amount of time that I've put into my craft, I have to stay passionate about what I'm doing, because I know that it's if I don't have that perseverance and the passion and the drive for it, how can I be able to get that to somebody else who might need that in order to get through their lives?
Cass, man, It is so refreshing to talk to brothers like you, man. I
Yeah,
gotta
man.
make it. We have to make this more of a habit, man, and get
Yeah,
together.
man. Let's do it.
I gotta pull you into my circle, man. I don't care what it takes. We're gonna have to make this happen.
Yeah,
So
man, for sure. And also, I have to pull you into mine with producer plug and the organic jam session.
yeah,
Both of
bro,
them, because we're
I'm
both
coming to the
developing.
city. Listen, I'm not vaccinated, so I was banned from the city until just recent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But
And that's the other
I'm
thing.
coming to
It's
the
like
city.
nowadays you're not even checking the stupid the joint. And look, I got it. I was triple vaccinated, masked up, and I still got it. And I got it for 5 days. I got the Omicron. I got the whole entire thing.
Me
I
too.
was
Yeah.
sick for 5 days, and I got better. I like it.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of emergency, and
Yeah.
it's a reality, unfortunately. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yep, that's all. You know what I mean? Like I did the same thing. I avoided everything until Omicron. Omicron got me. I was down for 4.5 days and I was back on my feet and everything
yeah,
was
man.
great.
And now you're.
Now I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So yo, Cass, before we get out of here, I want everybody to know who you've been listening to right now is a gentleman who is a producer in the world of hip hop. He has been making music and playing instruments, mainly the piano, since about 5 years old. My man has had connections across the industry with people that you have heard every single day. If he ran down the list of how many people and songs he's involved with, we'd be here for another 10 minutes with him naming everything. So just note the credentials are long, but he's a producer. He's super nice on the keyboard. And more importantly, he is willing to work. Talk to the brother. Connect. He's right here. Cass, the keyboard producer. You know, we're following each other. So if you follow him off of this,
Yeah,
it's
man,
not
for
easy.
sure.
And you'll see me sharing this a couple of times. So make sure you hit that like, hit that share, and follow my man. But yo, Cass, man, I appreciate you taking a little time out of your busy
Oh yeah,
schedule.
no,
You know, I know
sure.
you're over there creating, getting crazy and stuff.
No, yeah, no,
I'll
it's
give
all
you the
good.
floor for the last minute, man. Say what you got to say, man. Take us home.
Yeah, man. My name's Cass, keyboard producer. Some of the people that you may have heard of work that I've worked with is 2 Chainz, Action Bronson, Joey Badass, Static Selecta, J. Cole, others. So I mean, hip hop comes from jazz. So I mean, and jazz comes from classical and Broadway. So it's like, and now I'm getting more into like all kinds of styles. So I mean, don't limit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't limit yourself about what you think you do. Like, find your own unique sounds, find your own unique things, combinations, and stay true to yourself. Supply the demand. Like, see who's, see who is like working. Oh yeah, for sure. I have to call a guy. I actually have a gig tonight. I just got pulled into another gig.
Nice.
So no, I have to go. Oh no, tomorrow. Tonight's Wednesday. Tomorrow, Ashtray. Yeah, I'm good for tomorrow. So I'll pull up keyboard. My guy Ashtray is he's playing a gig tomorrow at night Knitting Factory in Brooklyn. But
oh wow, okay.
it's all about connections, man. Build relationships with everybody. Don't limit yourself to trying to build relationships with producer or with guy or executive.
Mm-hmm. Everybody.
That's the way you stand out. The more people that you have talking to yourself, talking about you, the more collaborations you have, the more, the better it is for you, realistically. And bro, it's like,
if you don't get more followers after this interview, bro, I might just give up. I hope y'all are following my man.
It's all good, man.
If you want to pull up 3 or 4 more. You know
but
what
yeah,
I mean?
Man, next time if you want to pull up to next time you want to pull up to the organic jam session. I mean, at Beacon is about like 2 hours away though.
Yeah, no, I know where to get. I know the city, brother. I'll be
there for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But Tuesdays, me and my man Blackout do a show called What We Talking About.
Nice.
But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just gotta take a week off, or maybe we air live from the session for an hour. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Definitely talk about that. Yeah, for sure. We will definitely figure out something.
Okay.
But yeah, man, just stay at it. Quality, quantity, persistence, and if you need any resources, finally, I'll text you. I'll send you all the resources that I was talking about.
Okay.
DM right now after we get off. But yeah, man. If anybody needs resources, let me know, or any ideas, regarding ways that I've really made the independent grind kind of work for me, as well as utilizing it for major grind as well. Like you want to develop relationships with them all. Doesn't matter if you're independent or if you're major. And you have to know where you just have to find out the best ways. Who are your biggest fans? What companies are your biggest fans? It's like if you're getting traffic on Instagram, Facebook, incredible. Are you building traffic on YouTube as well? Or it's like whatever. but you know, just find where your fans are. You know, find. I mean, for me, it's Instagram. It's not TikTok. Like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But it's like, I mean, in the end of the day, it's like you play to your strengths, and you just get yourself out there. You know, so.
Absolutely. You could play to your strengths, and if you're networking enough, your weaknesses will become strengths because you'll have people around you to help you build that. That's really the
100%. 100%. Actually, Pharrell just mentioned that recently on an interview. It's about really playing to your strengths, you know, and it's really finding where you know, where you want to belong. Like, where is your niche? Like, where you want to be. Like,
right. I'm still figuring it out myself, Cass.
yeah, and it's a
I'm grown and
lifelong
lost,
journey.
baby. I'm
Like,
grown and
you don't
lost.
have all the answers, but I mean, the one thing that I think is, like, again, that playing to the specific niche of really developing yourself and developing how your brand stands out and building relationships, whether it's via remix contest, which how I got first on. Right. I started doing remixes for bigger artists, and I showed them to, and Static selected Mac Miller, heard one of them, and they gave me a call to come into the studio. So it's like, that's how I initially, that I was, but I mean, regardless, it's like, again, it's like, I mean, remix contests, Skio host them. I mean, I will send you a bunch of resources, Metapop. Like, no, I mean, not really, because there's more researchers, there are more resources. It doesn't take a village anymore, as it used to be. Because I'm doing, you know, I have major placements, man, and I do it by myself. So it's like, it used to.
When he says that, though, he's speaking more to, like, he literally means it takes a village, like, to as a community, a physical community. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with Senior G, because it's not exactly what you're saying, because he's saying it a little bit differently, but from his perspective, it does take a village. But I hear what you're saying, that you can get it done independently, you know what I mean, on your own, because it can be done. But that's not what he's speaking of. He's talking about the support system, period. You know what I mean?
But still, like, I mean, it's about finding I mean, again, it's like, you want to be, the more, community is so important. 100%. I have to, community is so important. Wherever you're part of, you need to be part of your community. Whether if you're, that's the whole time. Music is communal. You play. You remember when we played? People play music, playing in big bands or bands or church choirs or singing in church together or choir, whatever. Like, before, you know, they branch out. So it's like, I think it's really important. But at the same time, it's like, I'll send you the resources so you know, understand what I mean. Because I think right now there's more resources on the internet and that inspire you for different opportunities than ever has before. So not only, you know, so you have more purpose when you are making something, then you have more direction to what you're going for, and having your goals. Really, you're having your end goals about what you want to do for yourself, how you want to establish yourself, or what you want to do is so important to really finding success in anything you do.
Cass, man, you just inspired a thought in my head. And I'm not going to let it out the bag, because if I do right now, we're going to be on for another half hour.
Nah, man, yeah.
We are going to reconvene, my friend. This is not the last time this audience will see you. And I just really appreciate you, seriously, bro. Like, taking the time out to talk to little old Gabriel and finally TV.
All
you
day,
know what
man.
I mean? Like, I do. I appreciate that very much.
All day. That's all good, man. Everything is blessed, man. You know, so it's just like, you know, you have to stay at it, and you know, I just want to inspire people, man. Like, I mean, I'm not ego tripping. Like, I don't do that shit. Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I do that for like, I put the credits of like what I've done cool, but I mean, I'm beyond ego tripping. I don't think ego tripping is really healthy either. I'm really trying to say, I think humility is the only way that you can really learn. But again, find the supply the demand. Supply the demand in everything you do. Like, whatever's going on, like, and if the music hustle's not working, find other. But the only thing about music, if you quit music, you're quitting on yourself. Music is only going to be there if you want to do it, unless, you know. So it's like, and if this is your passion, it's so important just to, you know, take care of your passion as you take care of yourself.
Absolutely. Yo, all right. This has been so much free game, bro. We gave out so much free game during this particular interview, man. Cass, good luck on the upcoming album and project that you're working on. I know you're going in a bunch of ways there, and I wish you all the best. I would love for you to just tag me, let me know where I could go see stuff and hear some stuff. That would be dope.
Definitely.
And like I say, man, I'm gonna let
Sundays the beat battle with Crucial Keys.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Tell Drazilla's people as well, like, to tap in with Producer Plug, man, or Drazilla's people, like, you know, I mean, You know, I met Drauzil at one of the beat battles that Jay Hatch had. I don't know if you know Jay Hatch, but
yeah, I gotta have you come up, man. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna see what
for sure.
His next one. I think his next one I can't physically go to, but I would have no problem connecting the dots. You know
yeah, no, I've already met him before. I met Drauzil
before.
before.
Just to say, yo, he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? So
no, for sure, we'll figure it out something. I'll figure out something. It's all good.
Cass, be well, man. Thank you for your time. Have a great night, brother, and we will talk again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me as well.
Of course, man. Of course. Anytime. We'll do it again. Peace.
All right. Thanks again. All right, bet.
You got it. Bye. Yo, so that was Cass, the keyboard producer. If y'all can just go ahead and follow that, man. He's super cool, as you could tell. He's willing to work. You know what I mean? So if y'all willing to work, I think there's some real symmetry. There's probably some real good music that could come out of that. So, you know, for everybody that tuned in today to watch this live, I appreciate you. Voice of the Valley is on fire, Dan Voice. He out here. You know what I mean? Y'all be good. Be well. Stay up. One.